everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about two things that have helped me grow my hair. If you guys seen some of my past videos, my hair has not only been healthier, it's actually grown and retaining length. And as I showed you guys before, from the first time I started doing a henna treatment and then gradually adding on other treatments and the way I take care of my hair, I've seen some great improvements that I want to continue to see so I can continue to grow healthy long hair. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is your hair porosity. If you guys don't know what hair porosity is, basically in a nutshell is your hair's ability to absorb and retain moisture. I know not everybody check their hair porosity, or it may not even be important for you to take care of your hair, but for me, I realized that once I learned my hair porosity, it was a big change on not only how I take care of my hair, but also the products I use. Because if you guys haven't seen on my channel, I have low porosity hair. So my hair, because it's low porosity, I've learned that I need product that penetrates my hair. I need to add some type of method so I can actually open my hair follicles so the products can go in. So I use indirect heat. You guys see me use my steamer, I use my heat cap, and also because I do that, another thing I do is at the end of my wash day, I rinse my hair with an apple cider vinegar rinse, and I love it because it helps to make sure my cuticles, even though they have the tendency to shut back down, I want to make sure that they actually shut back so I don't lose my moisture after that. If you guys don't know your hair porosity, my brief way of telling you guys what your hair porosity is, if you have high porosity, that means your cuticles are open. So it's very easy for moisture to get in your hair. But the bad part about that is also moisture leaves your hair pretty easy because again your cuticles are open. So if you do have high porosity hair, one of the great things to use is use a method that like I do with my apple cider vinegar rinse. So you can use that, some kind of method like that, to do that after you wash your hair. And also find great sealant. Depending on how dense your hair is, you use different sealant to make sure to seal those products you're adding to your hair. Now, if you have medium porosity hair, lucky you, you have a happy medium. It's easy for products to get in your hair and it retains moisture for a longer period of time. So most likely if you have a medium porosity hair, you can use your moisturizing product and add your sealant. Again, you're at a happy medium, so your hair will be able to absorb that moisture and retain that moisture. If you have low porosity hair like I do, the good thing about it is that once you get moisture in your hair, it locks in. It's not going to let it escape for the most part. But also it is harder to get moisture in, so if you are trying to get moisture inside your hair, you have to use some type of method like an indirect heat type of method. As I told you guys, I use my steamer and my heat cap. Also, I notice another thing I do is once I add oil to my hair, I will sit and massage it for at least 5 minutes. It helps the oils to absorb in your hair follicles and go into your scalp and nourish it so you can actually see growth and help that oil penetrate to your hair. Plus, I notice when you're massaging your hair with your fingers, it warms up the oil on your scalp, so it helps it seep in. Now, if you guys want to figure out your hair porosity, there are a lot of different methods to do that. One of the easiest method I did use was I use a cup of water. You fill that up, you take a strand of hair, and you drop it right on top of the water. If it stays at the top, you are low porosity. If it goes about medium way, of course, you're medium porosity hair. And if it falls all the way to the bottom, pretty much, you're high porosity hair. So it will help you kind of figure out about what hair porosity you are. Now, the second thing I wanted to mention to you guys is your hair density. So your hair density basically is how close your hair strands are packed together on your scalp. How much hair strands do you have in about 1 to 1 inch square on your scalp? And usually on average most people have about 2,200 strands, but that's the hard way of figuring it out. What you can do is sit there and count each strand. That's the long way of figuring that out. The easiest thing to do is take out your hair, don't part it, don't do anything to it. Preferably let it be dry hair, because once your hair is wet, it tends to look thinner than it really is. You want to start out with dry hair without manipulating it in any way. Just let your hair sit and look at it and look in the mirror. Now, if you're looking at your hair, you can easily see your scalp without parting your hair. That means you have low density. If you can somewhat see your scalp, but not a lot of it, usually at a medium density, and if you can't see your scalp, you have to part your hair to actually see your scalp, then you have high density hair. That's an easy way for you guys to figure out what is density of your hair. Now, if you guys want to know why I'm telling you all this fun information, it's because once I figured those two things out in my hair, it made a big difference on, again, as I mentioned, what product I use, how I treated my hair, and how I did my wash day. If you guys haven't seen how I do my wash day, go on my channel and check that out, and you guys will see all the products I use. I used to have to moisturize my hair every day, morning and night. Now usually I can go 2 to 3 days depending on how much water I drink for the day without moisturizing my hair. It's still moisturized, it still feels hydrated, and it feels great. So it definitely helped me figure out what are the right products to use for my hair, the oils, shampoo, conditioner, all that good stuff. And the second thing it did help me do is figure out how to style my hair. In the beginning, what I used to do, guys, is I would take my hair out every day and moisturize it, comb through it, and guarantee you that ripped out my hair, because my hair is low porosity, it is dry hair, and with me taking it out, manipulating it every day, it ripped out my hair. At first I thought my hair was not growing, but it just wasn't retaining length. It was growing. So I stopped that, and now at the least my hair will stay braided for about a week. So one thing I figured out about my hair is I need to use protective style to see growth and retain that length. If I'm manipulating my hair every day, then it will just fall out, and it will grow, but it'll fall out at the same time. I'm working on filling out the fronts of my hair. You guys seen my edges, they went through it, and now they are growing back, which I'm excited about. I will definitely be back to show you guys more products I use and how I use them and what they do for my hair. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and go over and watch my last video.